So does your kitchen feel tight, enclosed, or cramped? Well, if it does, we can help you out. So come on in, let's take a look at this remodel we just finished and how we open up this wall, how we really expanded the space to make it a nice open feel. First and foremost, there was an 8-foot wall there, about the size of that island there, load-bearing wall. So we had to get an engineer involved because we had to put, I think it's an 18 or 24-inch beam across there to help support the load of the wall and the roof system too. And so I do want to, always say when you have a contractor doing your project, if they don't get an engineer involved, that's a red flag. You need, because without having a proper engineer, if something goes wrong, it's hard to get that contractor to take a responsibility for it. That's what the engineer does. When they write that letter, they're basically saying, we're taking responsibility for this. This is what we recommend. As long as it's done this way, it should be good. So just making sure you get that involved, because there's some more aspects that most people don't take into account either. So this is a full basement also. So you can imagine when we transfer that load down, it gets transferred to each side of these columns, which puts a tremendous amount of weight on the concrete footers and concrete slab downstairs. So we have to go inside those walls, beef that up too, to handle the extra weight. So I just want to share that with you just in case you want to do a kitchen remodel and want to take out a wall. That's what you'd be looking for. So I'm here in the kitchen with Tim, and thank you so much for doing this. A lot of customers don't want to be on camera, but thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I really want to hear your experience of this whole project from the start. When you're looking for a contractor, what were you looking for? What stood out with us? What was your process for that?
Great question, Jerry. So in the beginning, it's, when you look at a project and you talk about construction and remodeling in a house that you're living in, it's can be a daunting task, recognizing what's all involved. So what's important is having confidence and, in the ability of who you're going to hire to do that work, to do it effectively, to address your needs, and to be there for you essentially in the end. So we evaluated a number of different companies, and we looked at metrics on who do we have confidence in, what sounds like a good company, where can you build a relationship, and costing was a big part of our decision as well.
Gotcha. Well, good. And then I know you wanted this done, but what was your reasoning of getting it done?
Well, I'm not going to lie. A big portion of the reasoning is my wife. She did have interest in that, but also it was time for to upgrade the space and try and bring it up to where we thought it could be and make it a more functional space for us as a family.
All right, so this is a big honey-do list then.
This is a big honey-do list, absolutely.
I love it. All right, so kind of show us what you like about it. We'll go through and walk through there, but I want to know what really stands out, what you love about this kitchen. I know you did a few things yourself too. I want you to point out for us.
Sure, absolutely. So when we look at the kitchen, initially the very first thing is we had some flow restrictions. The fridge actually used to be over here, and it was an access point of getting through, people utilizing the space. So the biggest thing was opening up the footprint and improving the flow throughout the house. That was number one. And then number two, just kind of the upgrades and all the different little touches that were the countertops and the cabinets and the lighting features. But ultimately just making the kitchen more of a usable space.
I love the countertops. Is this something you picked out, your wife?
I'm not going to lie, she picked it out. I'm very happy with the selection. But no, when it comes to the design elements, she was in charge.
She did all that. That's
great
right. Taste. I love the sink. You went with a composite sink.
Composite sink. A couple of the other features, pop-up electronics on the counter space, so you can plug in, use your blenders or air fryers or whatever, gives you access to utilize a couple of the things.
That's really nice. And a lot of people don't know the code's changing. They won't let us, they're getting where they won't let us put outlets on the side of the islands anymore, so they have to be up top.
Absolutely. Love that feature. Upgraded with a new gas oven range. But primarily all the cabinets, we actually increased, at least it feels like we increased the storage space in our cabinets from what we used to have. There's actually extra space in the cabinets now, which is a good thing for placement. But very, very pleased with the overall process, from the program management, the managing of the timelines to the program team, specifically the functional leads from the electricians to the plumbers, the general contractors. The big takeaway for me, and I have some familiarity in how construction things play out, is they all seem to take it as if it was their home, right? When they did something, they would do it the way that they were doing it in their house, which goes a long way for me. And then the takeaway of, like as I indicated, it's a big process. It's a big project. Can be disruptive. The kitchen is the heart of the house.
Right.
So you want to have confidence that if there's issues, they're going to be addressed. And with your company and the way the team worked together, I had no concern with things being resolved.
We had some issues though.
There were issues that were present,
Yeah.
but you worked with the team to get them resolved.
Right,
So.
right. So yeah, there was a lot of unforeseen stuff in this one with electrical. I remember that. It was, once we started uncovering stuff, it was like, oh wow, we didn't know this. Had some problems sourcing the hardwood floors, kind of get it blended back in. So yeah, a few things. I did want to go over a few items because
Sure.
These extra pullouts, I know that's convenient for you guys. So
Absolutely.
This handles all your spices here. So each side of the range, that way when you're cooking, you just reach over. There's your utensils. So spatulas, whatnot there. Makes it real easy. Of course, drawer stacks are the thing. Just a space you save with drawer stacks for just storing items, it really makes a huge difference. I love that you put the microwave over this left-hand side. You got a little coffee and microwave section.
Absolutely, it works out well.
Yeah. And the vent hood, most people will do the stainless steel vent hoods. I love you went with the cabinetry style. So it really sets off the space and the under cabinet lighting.
Absolutely.
So yeah, thank you so much
Absolutely.
for allowing us the opportunity to do this. And now I always say, could not do this without the team, everybody who put their hands on the project. I'm glad you pointed that out. I know you had a good project manager, communication. How was that?
It was very good. Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of the hardest things in construction business, communication. And we still get dinged on it sometimes, but we treat.
Every business struggles with it.
Yeah,
I think they did well.
Good. Well, thank you so much for your time. Guys, if you're looking for a kitchen remodel or any kind of remodel, please reach out. We'd love to help you out. And just take it for Tim. We're not going to let you down. If something does come up, we're always going to make it right. So love you guys. I will see you on the next video.